last night I watched The King, the new film on Netflix starring Timothée Chalamet as King Henry V. And I had no real anticipation for this film. I never saw a trailer for it. I just heard people talking about it a couple months ago saying that it could be a potential Oscar contender because it's an old-time film, King Henry V, Timothée Chalamet, Joel Edgerton, Robert Pattinson. And in my opinion, an Oscar contender, it is not. I deliberately slept on this film so I could flesh my thoughts out and see how I felt about the film the day later, and it really just hasn't fazed me all that much at all. It's not a bad film or anything like that, don't get me wrong. There are bits and pieces of it that are actually quite good, like Timothée Chalamet. He gives a pretty good performance as this guy who has to become the King of England because his dad and his brother both dies and there's no one else to take the throne. And it does a pretty good job at showing how the pressure of being king can change your ideas and your ideologies, because he wants peace for all the land, but pressure from other countries and other kingdoms and his own people make him make decisions that he doesn't want to make. And again, Chalamet was pretty good in the film, and I like Joel Edgerton in the film as well. Robert Pattinson was somebody I heard a little bit of praise for before seeing the film. And number one, he's barely in the film. He's in it for a couple of scenes, and when he's on screen, it kind of feels like he's in a different film because he plays this French general, and he kind of does this over-the-top kind of performance, like, "Haha, you are going to fall to the French," and I'm just like, "Are you okay, Robert? Are you in the right film?" Because everything else is like super serious, and then you have this guy hamming it all up with a French accent, and it was kind of weird. The film also recreates the 15th century time period very well with the costumes and the sets and the production design. It all looks really, really good. Very good for a Netflix production. But for me personally, what it all boils down to with this film is that it's just less than the sum of its parts, because you hear this film on paper, because like I said earlier, it's Henry V, Timothée Chalamet, Joel Edgerton, Robert Pattinson. It did sound on paper like a potential Oscar contender and just a really great film in general, but it just doesn't live up to its own potential. And the film itself, outside of Timothée Chalamet and some of the struggles that he deals with becoming the king, I found it kind of weightless, and nothing about it really invested me in the story. I'm disappointed, but at the same time I'm not really all that surprised, because a lot of straight to Netflix films really don't do much for me. A select few come out that are quite good, but for the most part I just get underwhelmed by most of these things. Hopefully The Irishman breaks that curse and it's as amazing as people say, but as far as The King goes, yeah, I just thought it was kind of meh. Outside of Chalamet and Edgerton, the impressive production design and some of the themes they explore with Chalamet's character, I just found it to be kind of not really all that special. I'm going to give The King a 2.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Let me know your thoughts on The King down there, and if you want to see more of my stuff, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.